Hi Beetle people, how's everybody doing? So today I am going to do a review of Dhani Harrison's newest, well, it's his premiere, his first ever solo album called In Parallel. And the reason why I did air quotes around review, I am in no way, shape, or form a music critic. I like what I like. I dislike what I dislike. So I hate saying the word review because really, my opinion is just my opinion. I'm also gonna be pretty vague because I want you to form your own opinion. Go out, listen to the album. If you don't want to, spend the money and buy it, stream it first. That's what I did. So I don't have a physical copy. I just listened to it on Spotify, and it came out yesterday. So here we go. The first song that it starts off with is Never Know. And I like this song. It was very chill. Very, kind of has an Indian-esque vibe to it. You can tell this is definitely George's Kid with some of the instrumentation that they got going on in the back there. Song number 2 is called Hashtag, and I'm not kidding, there is a hashtag in front of it, hashtag, War on False. This song is extremely industrial. If you do not like any kind of EDM industrial music, you're probably not gonna like this album. It's very synthesizer driven. And this song, hashtag War on False, reminds me a lot of kind of like Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails kind of a thing. So if you like 9 Inch Nails, you'll most likely like this album and you'll like that song. Song number 3, Ulfa Resurrection. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. To put this in one word, this song is just steamy. It's one of those songs that could totally be in like a movie sex scene. Very hot and sticky and steamy. There's even a backwards guitar solo in this song, so the apple does not fall far from the tree. Alright, the next song is called Downton Tigers. I like this song a lot. It was one of my favorites on the album. It has a lot of heavy bass synth going on. Another very medium tempo, relaxing vibe, beautiful harmonies. I'm not sure who exactly Dhani has doing the female harmonies on some of these. I know that there are some songs that feature female artists on this album, and I'm not sure if they're the ones that are doing the background vocals or not. Like I said, I don't have a physical copy. I can't kind of look in the liner notes and see, but when I eventually get it, I'll be able to look it up. The next song is called London Water, and it features an artist. Her name is, I hope I'm saying this right, Mereki. Mereki. I'm just going to assume that's how it's pronounced. This song reminded me of a song by the Postal Service called The District Sleeps Alone Tonight. The beginning, the long kind of synth chords at the beginning. And it gets very heavy right at the end. So a lot of the songs on this album start off kind of slow and mellow, and then it kind of just brings it all right at the end. There's a little string interlude, and then heavy drums and guitar, and then weird part at the end, it kind of dies down with whispers. And I really wasn't a fan of that part. But I do like that Dhani is kind of doing a duet type thing, and this isn't the first time on the album that he does it. He does it 3 times. He has a female vocalist with him. All right, the next song is called Summertime Police. This was probably my least favorite song on the entire album. I really don't have an explanation as to why. I just didn't love it. I have a feeling the song is kind of autobiographical. It kind of had lines like, when I was 17 and, my teacher told me this, and I just wasn't really into it. And I know that in the Living in the Material World documentary, Danny does talk about having a run-in with the police as a teenager and his dad sticking up for him. I don't have any clue if this is that situation or if this is a different story. I'm not sure. It just was not my favorite. The next song is called Poseidon, Keep Me Safe. And this also features Marecki again. God, I hope I'm saying that right. This song I really liked, except for two things. One, Danny has some weird effects going on with his vocals. And I feel like if he just left it normal, it would have made the song so much better. It's so funny. It's like the song starts out and you're expecting to hear Danny's regular voice, and it's just totally distorted. And I get how, stuff like that can be cool sometimes, but I just don't think it really worked out here. And another thing that I didn't like was that, once again, at the end, a weird whisper kind of ending. I don't know the lyrics. I couldn't tell you what they're saying right now. I only just listened to the album once. But I just wasn't a fan of it. I was just like, oh, you're whispering in my ear again. All right. The next song we got is The Light Under the Door. I really had no other comment about this song. This is definitely another one that I enjoyed. Except for right in the middle, there's this weird wind chime break that I kind of didn't get. I could have done without it. It has a very, very catchy chorus, something that would get stuck in your head. So I guess it's not more poppy, but it's a melody. Like, it had a very good melody. And there was a fake ending. And if we know anything about the Beatles, they loved doing those false endings where you think the song is over, but oh wait, keep listening, it's not over yet. So that was pretty cool that he kind of threw something like that in there. All right, and the next song is called All About Waiting, and this features Camilla Gray, who, guys, when I found out that she was going to be contributing on this album, I freaked out. I am such a huge Camilla Gray fan. For those of you that don't know who she is, she was in the band Her, which, yes, it is just like it sounds, UHHUH, Her. Her. Which was her band with actress Leisha Haley. And I love Camilla Gray. I love her songwriting. I love her harmonies. I love her melodies. She is an excellent, excellent songwriter. And she definitely put her stamp on this album. Guys, All About Waiting is the best song on this album. You can definitely feel Camilla's, presence on this song. With her haunting background vocals. This song probably has the most commercial sensibility. Definitely, I don't want to call it pop because it's not pop, but it's definitely the catchiest song on the entire record. I just love that woman. I could talk about her and, her music for days. And I wish that the entire album sounded like that one song. It would have just been, I would have given the album an A+, if every song on this record sounded like All About Waiting. Cam, if you are out there by any chance watching this, beautiful job. I would just give anything to be in the circle of friends of Dhani Harrison and Camilla Gray. I just feel like they're a bunch of cool people to hang out with, and I want to hang out with them too. So if you're not going to listen to this album, at least listen to All About Waiting. Best song on the album. And then it ends with the song called Admiral of Upside Down. It's kind of like a waltz, 3/4 time. The beginning is just Dhani and the guitar. Then you kind of get a little hint of background vocals. Then you kind of hear some percussion. And then about at the 4-minute mark of the song, once again, it gets really heavy. So Dhani likes to do this thing where these songs start off and it builds and it builds and it builds and boom. And that's really how the record ends. And so I'd say if I had to give this record a letter grade, I think I would have to give it somewhere between a C+ and a B-. If All About Waiting wasn't on this album, it would just be a C average. But All About Waiting, I'll say it again, is the best song on this album. The other songs that had, that had Mareki, God, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, had Mareki in it, were also my other favorites. So the collaborations that Dhani did were what I enjoyed most about this album. So go out, get it In Parallel, give it a listen. If you're into industrial, or if you liked Dhani's band, The New Number 2, you will enjoy In Parallel. If you're not all about that, you're more of a traditional rock and roller, as I know a lot of you guys out there are, you're probably not going to be into this album too much. Alright, my friends, and those are my thoughts. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also find me on Twitter at Caitlin Larkin, and you can also follow me on my Facebook fan page, which I will put the link down below. Alright guys, until next time, as always, peace and love. See ya.